Hey people, it's the 3rd of May. It's a Saturday. I have my Good Morning World Cup today. Good morning, world. I'm just back from the post office. I've mailed off everything. I've sent you all tracking numbers. Thank you so much, folks. Yesterday morning when I got up and there were no orders yet, I was a little bit bummed. That was the first time on Bandcamp Friday where I started the day with no orders. But you all, thank you so much for your interest in the music and for your support of the channel. You folks who gave extra, thank you. And the person who ordered in England, thank you. And I hope that tariffs don't affect you when you receive the order. Thank you, folks. It makes a big difference. It really does. Cheers. So like I said, I was thinking about it and I went ahead and I did. I'm a longtime fan of Pink Floyd. And I discovered Pink Floyd on my own. My first two encounters with Pink Floyd were, one was on the radio, FM Underground. I heard Saucerful of Secrets. This is way before I knew anything about drugs. I was fascinated. What is this? And then right about the same time, I wish I had it because I didn't sell it and I lost it or someone stole it, at a mercantile store here in Omaha, I found a 45 of Candy and a Currant Bun in Arnold Lane by Pink Floyd when I was still a teenager. And I loved it. I still love it. I don't know what happened to the single. I didn't sell it. By all rights, I should still own it. So anyway, I was happy to see that they finally did the release of the Pompeii concert on it got an actual release. It's been bootlegged. I have a bootleg of the concert forever, on DVD no less. So it wasn't like I was excited about this. It was just like, well, yeah, I'll get a copy for my Pink Floyd collection. Remixed by Steven Wilson, and I must say that he polished, this wasn't a turd, but he polished it up. I was surprised, and I'm happy to say that I'm glad that Steven Wilson got his hands on this, because this sounds great. And it's a big improvement over the sound quality of the video. Big sound quality. Matter of fact, to me, there's a revelation. It's got the poster and everything. To me, the revelation of this is the drum sound. Finally, someone got a hold of Nick Mason's drum sound and took care of that mother, because if you've seen the video for the Pompeii, they're out there playing and there's nobody around, but Nick Mason is kicking dust up. He plays well and he plays hard, and what I like is I like the sound of his drums. And finally you get to hear his snare, to my ears, properly. It's like, oh yeah, there's that power. I've actually always been less than happy with the sound of Nick Mason's drums. He's not a real accomplished drummer, but he gets the job done. And this shows to me here where he actually could kick ass with what he does. The sound on this is real good. And the pressing is sweet. Dead quiet. Good job on this. I'm glad I grabbed it. I am glad that I bought this. I don't know how many times more I'll listen to it, but I'm glad to add it to the collection. Similar to when, if I see it right quick, if I can spot it right quick. Similar to when I bought this version of Dark Side of the Moon, which came out not too long ago, the picture disc, the one-sided picture disc, where I decided to myself, that's just too cool. I want a copy of that. I, for one, like this with the outer sleeve with the big letters. Like many people, I've gone through multiple copies of this. I bought it when it came out, put the poster up on my wall, and had the stickers on, even put the stickers on the wall. So those are gone. I found a copy since then with the poster but no stickers. But I think this is choice, so I had to have it. One side is the laser or whatever it is, however they put the image on there, and one side plays. And once again, this is dead quiet and really nice job. Real nice job. Salmon 94 Division Bell Tour. It was excellent. I'm glad to say, oops, I'll put that away later. I'm glad to say I got to see them. Cheers, people. I watched Mr. Dawson yesterday, where he bought that Roman numeral album, and Paul, who, thank you, Paul, you watch regularly, thank you. The man from Roman numeral made purchases yesterday of my latest CDs, thank you. But that was cool to watch Michael, and to see in the comments where, you know, I don't think about these terms. Michael said to himself in response to me in the comments, I'm an influencer, jokingly, but not jokingly. And I didn't even think about that. I guess I'm an influencer. I guess. I don't think about that. I'd made the comment that I like seeing a reflection of what I talk about on my channel in the music groups. You can see where all of a sudden people are showing records. Not all of a sudden, but you see people, I'll see posts of records where it's something I just talked about and it's kind of out of the way, and next thing you know, people are posting about it. And then seeing in Dawson's comments that one person said in particular, yeah, thanks to you guys, I'll be picking this up. So kudos to you, Mr. Pavlovich, and your label, Roman numeral, and you too, Mr. Dawson. My night listen is still in the other room, so I won't be able to talk about it. But this is something I played recently, I hadn't played in a long time. From the drum and bass halcyon days, Photek, Terminus. And this is a 3-track EP, it's not a full album. Do you remember the MTV show Amp? They would show stuff like this, drum and bass. And this one, it's not on this record, but Nichi Ten Ryu, I think that's how you say it. But that was a pretty cool video that showed a ninja and really good tracks. So that's why I picked up on Photek. This is good. It even has a Photek sticker, which I just leave in here. I'm not going to put a Photek sticker up. Does this sound dated? Thankfully, not as much as some other drum and bass. This is pretty good. Terminus, Photek. It's a recent listen. Oh, so yesterday at Homer's, I bought the Pink Floyd at Homer's. They had one record in the used that I grabbed. I saw it in their update, and I said, well, if it's there and it's less than $10, I'll grab it. Because this is not a band that I'm going to listen to. I played this all the way through already. I'm glad I bought it. But it's an item from the 60s. And as I have said many times, when I have an opportunity to get certain records from the 60s that I relate to my picture of the 60s, psychedelia and all that stuff, I get it. And here's one. The Fugs. It crawled into my hand. Honest. I think their first records were out on the ESP label, that independent label, I think out of New York. Poets. underground poets who were very controversial, like Lenny Bruce, saying things that, you know, were uncomfortable for people to talk about at the time. And it's here on this album. Their humor and their social commentary is thick. It's on point, and it's a little. They use the N word on here, but you know, which you have to listen to the context. Is it cool that they use the N word? Well, yeah, it is. You listen to the context. Musically, a lot of this is pretty country and Americana, but the way that they present it, it almost comes off like The Residents. That's why I knew I wanted this. The old Reprise label, Frank Sinatra's imprint. I know I have at least one other Fugs album. I might have two. See, it's an example of the sort of thing where it's like, I'm not playing this stuff all the time, but historically for me, it's significant. And so I wanted to, so that's why I grabbed it. I'm glad I did. I listened to the whole album and really enjoyed it. Context is everything, and within the context of what they were saying and doing, the countrified music was not a problem. It crawled into my hand, honest. I played a couple of records yesterday. Here's one. The other I think I put away. Perdurabo. It's a compilation put out by Cathexis Recordings. I don't know anything about that. I just knew when I found this years ago. I bought it new, 1987, 1988, and had this for obviously a long time, almost, what 40 years? 35, 36 years? But the lineup, the thing that got me to get it was the legendary Pink Dots. That's why I bought it, honestly. But some of the other outstanding tracks on here are by A Primary Industry, Wolfgang Press on here, and La Muerta. Kind of a dark, almost industrial kind of sound going on here. Which reminds me, when interesting, it doesn't strike me when Michael Dawson talked about this record, Appropriate Savagery. He talked about how it's dark. It never occurred to me. See, that's why I say what I say about perspective and people. We live in our own reality. We don't live in a shared reality. Some of us think we do, but we don't. The sound of that Appropriate Savagery, to me, there's nothing dark about it, except I see what Michael is saying. But to me, it wasn't that it's dark, but that it's thick and enveloping and good. So interesting, huh? Interesting. Cheers. Excuse me. On my way in here, I looked to see if anything on the shelves out there screamed at me to pull, and nothing did. But I keep thinking, since I can't pull like this, I need to bring things in from the other room to show you. But I'm gonna do a pull, okay, and see what we come up with. When I went right here and got the Bernie McGann, I was like, well, I thought I always knew exactly what's here, but maybe I really don't. So let's try it down here. But see, now wait, here, I know that's probably Magma. Let's go over here. Okay, so here's the Canadian band Maneige, Nivette Nuit Nouvelle. Now this reminds me right away, I have several of their albums. Someone sent their old copy of this to me, where either they or the previous owner had put Scotch tape on it all the way around, and it had yellowed. It's still here, on here, but this is an example of where Scotch tape kind of sucks, because that border is not actually on the record, it's the Scotch tape. progressive, elements of classical, modern classical, a little bit jazzy, mostly instrumental, pleasant. Pleasant. You know, Polydor, for being a huge, one of the oldest labels and international, which has put out every kind of piece of junk, they put out a whole lot of, over the years, a lot of some of the most interesting and innovative music, along with all that other stuff. Polydor is an interesting label, and indeed, some of the titles on Polydor are real collectible and expensive. Good album. I like that cover too. Let's do another one. That was a good pull. That was a nice pull. Cheers, people. Oh, I also want to say that I see that people are going back and watching my old videos. Someone was asking me all the way back about the Swans. I recorded that years ago. I don't follow the Swans. And it's not the Swans, it's Swans. I don't follow Swans. I like them. I don't follow them. Let's go back here. It's like, it seems like, well, I know everything here. I know everything. Do I really? That felt like I would know that right away. Is this going to be something I know right away? Well, yeah. I was just talking about this band. See, that's my M's there. M's. But here's another Magna Carta on Vertigo. Seasons. I bet you folks see this in your used section a lot. I know that I was seeing it for a long time in the used section and just not bothering with it because I didn't think I liked Magna Carta, but I was wrong. I do like Magna Carta. Folk, English folk, that fantastic Vertigo label, UK pressing. There is humor in their music, lightness and darkness. As musicians, they are crack. These guys can play the hell out of their instruments. So that's what the other part that saves this for me. I do actually like Magna Carta. And it's probably overdue for them to be rediscovered and taken more seriously. You know, there's those Vertigo records like Gravy Train and stuff like that, even the Cressida, that are real pricey for originals. And these you can still get for like $10. But they need to be up there with those others. This is good stuff. And the coffee is good this morning. Cheers, people. Had an enjoyable visit at the post office with Andrea. She's working today. She's one of my favorites. But that reminds me that in talking to her in social media this morning, I see that another local musician who I've played with a bunch has passed away. He's much younger than me, Mike Berry. Man, getting up to this age and losing people almost every day. Sad, but it's reality. Okay, one more, because I like doing the polls, and I like it when I not surprise myself, but I like it when it's like, oh, okay, so here's two together. Let's see what we got. Well, I've shown both of these in recent times that I can remember. Dave Edmunds' Love Sculpture, Forms and Feelings. This is a great album. It's a reissue. Great album. Saber Dance. Surely you know that, okay? Dave Edmunds. Good producer, great guitarist. It's a good album. And here's one that was sent to me not too long ago. I think Curtis Simpson sent this to me, a friend of his band. Love Patio. Instrumental. Excuse me. I've kept it. I don't keep everything that's given to me, okay? Some stuff people send to me to review, and if I don't like it, I don't keep it, unless there's another personal reason to keep it. This, so far, is a keeper. The last couple times I've listened to it, I enjoyed it. Can't describe it right away, but Love Patio might be worth checking out. Okay? That's what I got for you, folks. when I pulled my Pink Floyd, this was stuck to it. A Momentary Lapse of Reason. And this is one of the Pink Floyd albums. I'm really not that... I don't hardly listen to this. I didn't think much of this when it came out. I think I'll play this when I get off. Nick Mason and David Gilmour were still flying the Pink Floyd flag when this came out. I was underwhelmed, but I need to give it another listen. I need to listen to it today. All right, folks. Thanks again for your support. Thanks again for your interest in my music. I would like to encourage people to don't just buy music on Bandcamp Friday. The digital sales on Bandcamp Friday are significant because Bandcamp doesn't take the 15% off. And when they take it off of the digital, sometimes it leaves me almost nothing. But please, if you're interested in my music or just interested in helping me stay afloat, keep buying the music. I love how many digital sales I got yesterday, but I love selling these physical copies, and I would like to sell out. One of the Synchronicities, one of the 3 Synchronicities sold yesterday, so there's 2 more left. And when those are gone, it's gone. So if you're interested in that particular CD by me, Synchronicity, you better grab it. Family, haven't seen too much chatter on the phone these last couple of days. I'm assuming everyone's okay. Everyone, take care and have a good weekend.